been a little rough recently. This is my last semester in college, and so far it's been quite hectic. Yeah, but things seem to be a little better under control at this point. So now I'm trying to get rid of all the stress I had before with some relaxation time, watching some of my favorite shows and enjoying some of my favorite characters. One show that I'm watching right now has one of my favorite types of characters. I like to call them the lonely ones. You know, those good guys that belong to a team or are out there somewhere. Even though they're good guys, they prefer to be alone and do things themselves, but they truly care about their friends and allies. It's kind of like when you're at a party and while everyone's getting all wild and crazy, there's always that one person that sits down quietly and either observes everybody or does what he wants by himself. But whenever the time comes, he wouldn't hesitate to help his friends and allies. And he does smile from time to time whenever his friends are around. Yeah, loners like that. I've had a thing for characters and people like that all my life. There's just something about the cool, calm, friendly, kind-hearted, lonely type that just makes me feel drawn to them. Yeah, but I really gotta say, there are lots of things that I've noticed that are kind of cliche. You know, a warrior and the princess who he's sworn to protect. Chosen ones that are the only ones who are able to protect the world and follow that destiny without a second thought. Yeah, I've seen lots of cliches like that. Well, if there's one thing I definitely enjoy, it's breaking stereotypes and cliches. That's why for one of my ideas, I decided not to go for the stereotypical princess and warrior lovers. Instead, I twisted around a bit. Instead, I had the warrior fall in love with a servant. Someone who's not living a luxurious lifestyle. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. Having to work for the royal family and behind the scenes being treated badly by the worst of her masters. And that's when the warrior who also serves the family comes by, and after a long conversation they fall in love. I still think that there should be more than just that. I keep on trying to think of new ideas for my stories. And characters as well. I've got a whole lot of them. I've got like maybe even 24 characters or so. At least I think. I just have a lot of them. and I have stories in all of their worlds. Well, that is my number one biggest dream. But if I can't convince my future co-workers to help me design video games of them, just to be sure that it doesn't work out that way, I've started writing books that tell the stories of my characters. People have told me before that I'm a very great writer, so maybe that would be a good path to take if my ideas don't become video games. I keep on wondering, what is life going to be like once I graduate from college and get a real job? Well, I do like to think that it'll be a better experience. Maybe I'll be able to do some good with it at first. You know, gaining more experience that I can't exactly get anywhere else. And not just experience dealing with software and whatnot. But also experience with some of the software I like to work with. Yeah. But one thing's for sure, something that I find interesting, that in the line of work that I'm in, dealing with all this computer artwork, I know very well that the workplace is primarily composed of guys, and I'm completely fine with that. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to groups, gatherings, or basically just spending time with anyone, for me it's really the most fun when it's guys. Wonder what kind of types of guys there could be found in my line of work. Yeah. Well, I know for one thing, in real life or not, I'm certainly enjoying all of the special, calm, cool, kind-hearted, lonely characters I see on my favorite shows. Especially the ones in anime. But I know very well that life is not like anime. But the world is also a really big place, even though it might seem so small, since you live in such a quaint little town in the suburbs. I've lived in suburban areas all my life. I grew up living in cul-de-sacs. I just simply adore the suburbs. It's much more exciting and full of events than, the rural areas. And it's a lot safer, less crowded, and more laid back than the city. The city is full of hustling and bustling with so many people crammed into one environment. While rural areas are too lonely. And in some ways, those places could be dangerous as well. Because with places that small, you don't exactly have a whole police station of officers. And hospitals are several miles away, sometimes located in the middle of nowhere. I keep on seeing rural areas with single houses spread across for miles and grocery stores like 15 minutes away. Yeah, I could never imagine living in a place like that myself. I know the suburbs aren't perfect, but for me, they're still the best place I'd ever want to live my life in. Yeah. Yeah. I guess maybe that would be enough for now. Oh, there I go again, babbling on about everything that's going on. It's just something I enjoy, especially with this new phone clamp I have. It's been fantastic. No more does my hands have to fiddle with the phone. Well, I guess that's it for now.